And that has brought us to have Angelica Bendrich as our speaker today. And Angelica has much experience with getting healthy. She overcame childhood trauma, losing her mother at a young age, and developed chronic illness, including cancer. This ultimately led her to holistic nutrition and energy work, and to addressing the mental and emotional aspects as a transpersonal counselor. Angelica holds a diploma in counseling psychology from the Clear Mind International Institute, as well as a diploma in holistic nutrition from the Toronto Institute for Holistic Nutrition. She is a teacher and student of A Course in Miracles. As a Reiki master, she has been offering classes and treatments since 1998. Her expertise in the field of health and wellness, including early childhood and adult education, has extended for more than 30 years. Now radiantly healthy, Angelica is sharing her newfound life full of joy and purpose. Today, she's going to talk about get healthy and stay healthy, as she will share secrets of longevity with us. Please join me in welcoming Angelica. And our musician today, Nelson Bevington, is a well-known icon in our community. He has an amazing repertoire of over 1,200 songs that he keeps in a songbook, and he leads all kinds of singing groups, inviting people to join him in sharing his amazing gift of music, his amazing skills at the guitar, and his deeply caring and beautiful voice. So let's sit back, open our hearts, and get ready to hear from Nelson. Over to you, Nelson.
Love and light, it's all I need each day and night. For you and me and you. It's love and light that shines so true. It makes this world go round. More than once I lost all I had, and it made me feel so truly sad. Till I realized everything has its price. There is one thing though, no one can ever take from me. That is love and light, love and light. It's all I am, each day and night. For me and you and me. It's love and light that sets us free. It makes this world go round. Once I found along my way a little bird with a broken wing. I patched him up with some medicine, but that wasn't enough to make him sing. He needed more. That was love and light, love and light. It's all we need each day and night. For me and you and me. It's love and light that sets us free. It makes this world go round. It's love and light, love and light. It's all I am each day and night. For me and you and me. It's love and light that sets us free. It makes this world go round and round.
Let's take a moment and center ourselves to get and stay healthy. Allow my voice to be your guide for a couple of minutes. Take a deep breath as you allow your eyes to close or gaze downward. Notice your heartbeat. Nothing to say or do, just be for a moment. And as I quiet my mind and open my heart, I affirm my oneness with the power of healing within me. Feel the vitality and life of God awakening in every cell, energizing the entire body. I give my consent to the flow of God's healing energy within me. Health and healing are the outward expression of my inner connection with God. As I treat my body as a temple, I support my physical well-being with good rest, exercise, and wholesome food. I lift my emotions with feelings of joy, peace, and love. My mind dwells on active, positive thoughts of hope and health. This focused attention invites the life of spirit to flow into my mind and every part of my body. And from there, sends out blessings to all my relationships. The light of God now shines forth. I am harmonized and healed with the love and light of God. Love and light. It's all I need. It makes the world go round. Healthy aging. How do we get healthy and stay healthy? Even the earthworm on the ground has this question. How do we do it? Consider that my body is a temple for the Holy Spirit within. How can I treat it well for optimal health and longevity? There were many times in my life that I lost health. And for any of you who have had that experience, we know it's the greatest loss amongst many. Today, we will explore ancient ways and secrets on how to achieve high quality of life and longevity. Let me introduce you to my grandma. She was a remarkable woman, Oma. She lived a healthy, happy, long life. Lived in the country, was a farmer's wife for 50 years, outlived my grandpa by 22 years. She was in her 50s when she taught herself how to drive a car to be able to visit her husband, my grandpa, in the hospital. And she didn't want to depend on anyone to drive her from the countryside, the 12 kilometers to the hospital. A remarkable woman. The day before she died, she was still riding her bicycle 8 kilometers to her friend's house for a birthday party. Came home to her apartment that she completely looked after herself, cleaning and cooking and the rest of it. fell asleep, and just never woke up. And that's exactly the way she wanted to die. She was in her 90th year of life. A full, rich, high-quality life. She still had all her faculties. My grandma, she lived a wonderful life. And it is an image maker for me. My grandma, my mother's mom, had that blueprint. My mother, however, did not. She died at age 42, riddled with cancer after 6 years in and out of hospitals. It set me on a journey to explore what is it that we need to live a healthy life and stay healthy. Well, if you ask, what is the single most important key to longevity? I'd have to say it is avoiding worry, stress, and tension. And if you didn't ask me, I'd still have to say it. George Burns, you know him, this wonderful humorist actor known for his cigar in his hand, that was a well-known comedian entertainer for 70 years. He knew something about longevity. I have a tongue twister for you this morning. Can you say ikigai? This word is an Okinawan term which roughly translates as a reason for being, and it refers to the intersection between what you love to do, what you're good at, and what the world needs. Okinawans are some of the world's longest living populations. And ikigai, in part, has been found to be a contributing factor. I know you're asking, what is ikigai? What you love to do, what you're good at, what the world needs. There's researchers that have discovered many more secrets and valuable lessons that allow us to live a long, healthy, and amazing life. That's where so-called blue zones come in. If you look on the slide, there is encircled several locations. There's actually 5 blue zones. They are spread all around the world. One is in Italy on the island of Sardinia. Another one in Japan, Okinawa. One in California, Loma Linda. Next one in Costa Rica, Nicoya Peninsula, and on an isolated Greek island, Icaria. It is interesting to note that the people within these communities, despite having no direct connection with the other communities, share similarities. Similarities that allow them to live longer, healthier lives than the average person. Many of them 100 good, healthy years and more. Today, let's explore the 9 secrets of longevity from the Earth blue zones. There are 9 in total. So Italy, Japan, California, Costa Rica, and the Greek islands, the blue zones. The first one is you have to know your purpose. Why are you here? As I mentioned, ikigai, knowing your purpose, has been shown to play a significant role and part of adding years and fulfillment to your life. That makes sense. To know your purpose is to wake up every morning and have a reason to live, feel energized to get out of bed. When you have someplace important to go or someone loving to meet, it's easier to get out of bed than there's nothing to have a reason to get up for. Even if you just have a pet or a plant to take care of, we have known to increase quality of life. Without it, it's easy to slip into an unhealthy state of mind, which then in turn affects our overall health with time. One of the reasons that I studied holistic nutrition and how to address emotions and mind. They are so interlinked. That reminds us of the 5th principle. Action is needed. How do we express the divinity within ourselves? So ask yourself, who am I and why am I here? And how can I be of service and express the God within me, through me, today? You might want to take a pen and paper as we go through these 9 secrets. So the first one, know your purpose. The second one is to join a faith-based community, belonging to a place of like-minded people. So valuable. They have found that when you attend faith-based events each month, you are able to add several years to your life. Faith and spiritual practice in general have been shown to increase longevity. And the same theme is found in these 5 blue zones, with nearly all of those blue zone members who have reached an age of 100 being part of a faith-based group of some kind. It's important to know your group that can empower you, strengthen your faith, and help you get through challenging times. Well, do you know this group of people, faith-based community? Here are some that you might have met at the 28th anniversary party. It is a wonderful thing, leading us into the next point. It's important to maintain healthy relationships. As a coupleship, because as a single, the burden shared, the enjoyment enhanced. One of the single most important factors discovered between those blue zones is that they have healthy relationship, and it's critical to a long life. In those blue zones, they value family. They stay in the presence of older relatives longer and more often than in the average person. They value the seniors' wisdom, and they are involved in raising the children, storytellers, nurturers, and that belonging is a vital nutrient that we need for our boosting of immunity and sense of belonging. And it incorporates natural sense of all is well. When you have healthy relationships, it is the single most important factor. They call it the social vitamin C of connection. Are you ready? Here are some healthy, lasting relationships that we know, some people in our community that have been together for a long time. Number 4, consider that incorporating natural movement can be a healthier version in those blue zones than going to the gym. Going to the gym can make you healthier, but those that live in the blue zones are more interested in just living as naturally as possible. They have regular activities that require natural movement, such as walks, or hobbies that require them to get outside and explore nature, such as playing bocce ball in Crescent Park, like we did on the first Sunday of March. Or dancing, like nobody is watching. Do you know any of these handsome men playing music and dancing? Great exercise that doesn't require the gym. That brings us to number 5. How can you develop a practice for dealing with stress? It wouldn't surprise any of you to hear that stress is actually the underlying number 1 reason for illness and disease. Stress can literally kill you. So it goes to the reason that it's something you should work on managing if you want to live a long, healthy, fulfilling life. What can you do? Do you have ways of stress management? Do you check in with your inner child regularly? What do I need? How do I keep the balance? Can you identify and reduce sources of stress that could otherwise be like a hole in your bucket that is draining away your life force? Can you take steps to improve sleep? Sleep is such a vital restorer, rebuilder, re-energizer. One of the reasons that I learned Reiki to help bring me from fight or flight back to rest, relax, restore. Do you have practice for stress management, such as stretching, meditation, your form of exercise, leaving the room on your schedule for just self-care, vitally important? Stress relief, simple ways, such as exercise, spending time with family and loved ones, laughing. Laughing is an amazing stress relief. Writing it down so it doesn't keep circulating in your head to worry about. Deep breathing. We know that one of the biggest acidifier is when you're breathing shallowly. And just sitting with a lit candle and feeling the presence of love and light fill the room and soothing you. Soothing music. Listening to it as well as playing it, or even just humming. Phenomenally helpful. A bath, a relaxing bath. Maybe you have a combination of many of these things. What are your ways of practicing dealing with stress? Of course, diet has a role to play. Eating lots of veggies and other wholesome food. Part of the reason that I became a holistic nutritionist was to learn what is the right diet for me. There are so many mixed messages of what's supposed to be eat and drink. And knowing what is right fuel for your body, such as lots of veggies and other whole foods rather than processed foods. Those who live in blue zones don't have a significantly similar diet. However, there's certain major health themes that can be teased out which tell a clear story. First, eat lots of greens. All foods are the name of the game because most importantly, those who live in the blue zone tend to consume large numbers of veggies. And did you know that in leafy greens, one of the building blocks is magnesium? And magnesium helps to relax your muscles, your heart, puts you more at ease, makes you function way better. And of course, olive oil. Olive oil is found to be a common denominator for longevity. There are so many health benefits to olive oil. For your heart, for your skin, treating diabetes, relieving constipation. Even when you put some olive oil in your ear, it can help loosen up clear some earwax. Some people put it in their hair because it makes it luscious, long, and stronger. It can help to fight depression, builds more resiliency. It can prevent obesity, helps to fight cancer, and it's better for your brain health. We need this, the omegas, the healthy fats. What do you have on your diet plan? Are you eating enough greens, whole foods, and good oils? Well, for Lent, I heard them say, I would give up chocolate, but I'm not a quitter. Yes, a treat once in a while is a good thing too. We need balance. They say 80-20 is about the idea. And if you eat chocolate on a daily basis, just make it 2 little squares rather than the whole chocolate bar. Now here's an interesting observation. They have found that people living in the blue zones avoid eating in the evening. That's not easy to do because often we work late, we eat on the run, or we get the midnight snacks because there might be something delicious like a tuxedo cake in the fridge, or watching a movie and having the habit of eating popcorn. Guilty. Those who live in the blue zones don't have similar diets, but they have that major health theme. They stay away from snacking at night. In fact, they have early dinner time. Simple and quick. They don't eat in the later than late afternoon. Curious, right? This likely has to do with the benefits of intermittent fasting. If you have heard of that, it gives the body eating in a shorter time frame, like say from 11 till 6, and the rest of the time the body is helping to digest and integrate, getting a break from working on digestion. Gives your body an extended period to help with huge health benefits. See if you can try condensing the time from your first meal to your last meal and a longer time overnight until you break your fast in the morning. Breakfast. Consider that supper is from the word supplemental. It is supposed to be a lighter meal like a salad or a soup, but can be skipped. See if you can have your dinner around 6 o'clock and nothing much after that. But I do have a treat for you. Oh, yes. Secret number 8. Are you surprised or are you thanking me? A glass of wine. Surprisingly, perhaps the most surprising of all, in the various blue zones, they drink 1 or 2 glasses of wine every single day. However, it's good quality of wine that makes a big difference here. Take some time to look into natural wines and try to find a great supplier who's dedicated to creating a quality wine free of pesticides or excess sugar, added sulfites, and other chemicals. Or consider that the health benefits from wine are actually in the fermented aspects and the antioxidants, which can also be found in fermented drinks such as kombucha. Many health benefits for healthy gut flora, and we know a healthy gut is your first line of defense for a strong immune system. Next, being part of a community that can influence your health habits. Makes sense, right? If you are with people who are following the same idea, look at who are you associating with? Do they keep you on track to avoid late night eating or getting out for natural exercise? If those around you are constantly making bad health choices, it's influencing you at the same time. Most of the populace of the various blue zones were a part of communities who were interested in healthy living. So who are the 5 closest friends that you keep? If you don't want to be that person, like those 5 best friends, you know what you gotta do. Here is a flash from the past 10 years ago in 2012. Do you recognize this lady with the colorful hat? That is Pixie Hobby, my backyard neighbor. When I lived for 14 years in Crescent Beach, I met Pixie, and she introduced me to healthy living. She's a gardener. She is a part of a spiritual community. She covered a lot of those 9 secrets for healthy, long living. No wonder. She is a friend of mine I'd like to keep. And that brings us to my friend Nelson, because he was the one that was leading this lovely song circle. They were going door to door caroling, and Nelson has been doing this for over 30 years. Another friend of mine that is a wonderful addition to my circle of support, surrounding myself, because we are influencing each other. There is a sense of oneness. And when I think about my grandma who died in her 90th year, I miss her, but I learned so many wonderful lessons from her, just like we're learning from the secrets of the blue zones. And my mom, I miss her greatly. I was only 12 when she died. She's been on my mind a lot. And I'm claiming that her spirit, her life lessons, are with me and have paved the path I'm walking to strive to keep healthy, stay healthy, because it makes a big difference in who we are, and yet all of us together create it. At this time, I've invited Nelson to sing with me a song that I wrote 17 years ago. It helped me to feel my place, my belonging in the community. Take it away, Nelson.
We are one, we are one, we have always been one. Every time I thought I was alone, we were still one. I will always be here, you will always be dear. We are one, do not fear. All my life I've wasted so much time looking for love outside of me. Now I see and I realize We are one, we are one. We have always been one. Every time I think you're alone, we are still one. You will always be here. I will always be near. We are one, we are one. Now it's clear.
Thank you, Nelson. And I'm not done yet, Pixie. There's more. It was an interlude. Here is my summary of what we've just learned from the Blue Zones. Know your purpose. I know I'm a vital member of my faith-based community, and I'm here to now teach what I've learned about health and healing. Therefore, I do that for my livelihood. Maintaining healthy relationships, vitally important. Incorporating natural movement instead of going to the gym. Developing practices for dealing with stress and these emotions of grief and loss or unexpressed resentment. Practicing forgiveness. Vitally important. Eating lots of veggies and other whole foods. Don't eat in the evening. Drink wine, but if you do, high quality. And be a part of a community that influences you to live a healthier, happier, and longer life. This is the place I moved to after living 14 years in Crescent Beach. I moved here 3 years ago. That wasn't much of an attractive place to look at. However, with the garden vote of Vegetables Over Turf Enterprises and my circle of friends, the garden community, we have transformed it into a growing garden. I am having natural exercise, I'm growing healthy food, and I'm part of a vitally health supportive, like-minded community. Here's in my backyard. And with the help of my friends, look at, I have 5 beds, 5 by 15 feet, that can grow all kinds of vegetables. And I'm thrilled to have new friends to do it with, because everything goes so much easier when you do it together. That is bringing me to you. What are you taking away from my talk today? It's still the season of Lent. What does that mean? We have a total of 40 days. However, if you break down 40 into 4 and 0, 4 is a symbol of balance and sufficiency. 0 is always symbolizing unlimited or unspecified. So 40 would stand for a sufficient but unspecified period of time or state of consciousness. Just like we heard Dedri talk about last Sunday, Lent never really ends. It is a way of practicing, just like we heard the 9 secrets of what is being practiced in the Blue Zones for a healthy, happy life, and practiced by my grandma, being a farmer's woman, as a pillar in our community, a center in our family, and a joyous, full of beef life woman. You too have unlimited time. Charles Filmer is known to say that the world is the creative idea in divine mind, which may be expressed by an individual when he or she has fulfilled the laws of expressing the divinity within. We create the world by those choices that we make, knowing why we're here. This is a quote from Keep a True Lent by Charles Filmer. We have almost 3 weeks left till Easter, but we have unlimited time to apply the principles of creating the Blue Zone and co-creating a wonderful world. So all of us make up this community that I'm so grateful to be a part of. And here is Nelson with his solo to wrap up my talk. It's a wonderful world. Go ahead, unmute yourself, sing along if you choose to, and we will see you as soon as possible in this wonderful world. Happiness, health, and longevity to you all.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them blue beyond What a wonderful world. Icy skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh yeah. Colors, the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, also on the faces of the people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They really say, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. Oh, they'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Nelson. That was wonderful. Just so creative, the songs that you've put together. They were just so heartwarming, and thank you from the bottoms of our hearts. And to you, Angelica, wow, what a great, inspiring, and practical talk with all kinds of special advice we would never get anywhere else. And especially with the chance to see your Oma. That was a real blessing. What a lady she was. And you're so blessed to have her in your life as a big influence. And thank you for sharing her with us.